All right, so I'm gonna be showing you a bunch of different like screen sketches, and none of them are gonna be labeled. I just need you to let me know like how you would interact with this page if you saw it, without even necessarily knowing what this is or what the buttons would say. So,
okay.
You see this screen. What's your first instinct? What do you think that is?
It looks like a superhero.
Mm-hmm.
So NutritionAlly, I would guess, is a superhero.
Mm-hmm. And then what kind of screen do you think this would be? Like if it was
Login?
an app? Yep.
A login page.
And then these are two different options from that page. What do you think this one is?
I'm guessing where you could start logging food and stuff.
Not quite.
Okay. Well, do I have to keep guessing till I guess it right?
No, this is still all the welcome.
Oh.
So this is registration and this is
So name, information, your weight, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then now that you know that, is that clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Now that I'm thinking in that direction.
Okay. So now you're logged into the app. This is the dashboard, more or less. What is your first instinct about this?
There's a lot of things on it.
Mm-hmm. Is it confusing? Is it cluttered? Is there anything you would change?
It depends if I would know what the different buttons were for.
Right. Okay. Well, so this is a weight loss app.
Okay.
The concept. So what are some of the ideas that you think the buttons would be?
Some calories, maybe your daily calories, or daily different nutrients.
Mm-hmm.
And place to log in your entrees would be here. And that's like just a graph of your day, I would think.
More or less. Let me see what else. Okay. Then there's let's see. Well, this will lead to the next part. So, if anything, what is confusing about the layout?
Just what the different options are at this point. Because it's just A, B, C, D, E.
Okay. So, this app is a dieting app that has a food diary, nutrition tips, and quizzes, and then a craving stopper as well as a weight log.
Oh.
And that would be the different buttons.
Cool.
So, A will take you to the food diary, B will take you to logging your weight, C will take you to a craving stopper, and D will take you to quizzes about nutrition, and E will take you to nutrition tips. So which one would you press first?
I'd be curious about the craving stopper, because that sounds different
than
anything else.
All right, so if I hadn't just told you that this led to the craving stopper, what would you think this screen is for?
Something to do with food, because of the different healthy food choices.
Mm-hmm.
That looks like grapes, an apple, a piece of broccoli. I'm not sure what the one on the right is.
Well, do you think having that sort of aesthetic helps make it clear that this is has to do with cravings and has to do with food choices?
I wouldn't quite say cravings. I would say food choices.
Do you think there's anything that I could do that would make cravings more obvious?
Yes, you could do like a piece of candy versus an apple.
Mm-hmm.
Or a hamburger versus a piece of chicken. Grapes versus, I don't know, just something fattening.
Yeah.
Broccoli versus French fries.
Yeah. So let's see. This would say craving stopper, and then this would say, what are you craving right now? It would ask you to fill in whatever you're craving, and then it would ask you to submit. Is this clear now that I've said it? Does that design make it clear?
And that's a cool idea.
Okay. So now we go back to the dashboard. What would you like to explore next?
A.
So that would be the food log, which I believe is right there. So here's the food dashboard. Can you summarize what you think each of these little sections might be?
I would think each one is a meal.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe an extra one for snacks somewhere.
Mm-hmm. And then, let's see. Okay, so yeah, you're right. This is each separate meals. Then, what do you think? Do you think having a distinction between two different add signs is important? Because this one will take you directly to an option to add to your dinner, say.
Okay.
And this one will let you choose which meal to add to later on. Do you think that's a valuable
Sure. Yeah, you
feature?
always want to update it.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's about it for this screen. Are there any changes that you would make to make it a better experience?
Well, looking at it, I can't read what it says, but I think that's intentional. So I would change that, obviously, but it looks good.
Okay. All right, back to the dashboard. Which button do you think you'd explore after that?
I'm trying to remember what you told me they were. B.
So B is the weight log.
Ooh, the weight log.
Okay. So, is there anything right off the bat that you are confused about, knowing that this is the weight logging aspect of the app?
I think I have the graph pretty much. Mm-hmm. The middle section, I would think, would be... I'd be confused about the two columns, like which one is which. Mm-hmm. Like today's weight versus your last check-in. Mm-hmm. And then I think the one at the top shows you where you started to where you're ending.
Yep.
Kind of like what I've seen on past things.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Is there anything that you would change to make it more evident, easier to use?
I just would have to see the two columns, what they say.
Yeah, for sure.
But probably not. It looks good.
And then do you think it would be useful or not useful to add a button to change your weight loss goals, to add a button to change or to add your weight for the day, which is right there, but...
Yeah, that would be cool.
Is that useful?
And the goals too, because it's always changing sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Because the concept of this app is that you'll be able to set it to either gain weight, maintain weight, lose weight, so that would show up, I believe, in the middle is what the current plan is.
Cool.
So, all right. Let's see, back to the dashboard.
So what do we
we have left, so you've done the food log, you've done the weight loss log, you've done the craving stopper.
So D.
So D would be the quizzes. All right, what are your first impressions of this screen?
Well, obviously I see the superhero. Looks like it's telling you a score. And I'm assuming those are the quizzes and the 4 circles.
Yep. So the basic idea behind this app is that in addition to having the craving stopper, it also has quizzes where you can learn what's healthy versus unhealthy and like macronutrients like proteins, carbs, and fats.
Nice.
And then this little option here is a level that you can earn, and you earn points by eating correctly and by acing the quizzes, basically.
I like it.
So knowing that now, does this make sense, this layout?
Yeah.
And then what would be, I know you might have noticed it, but seeing the little scrolly thing on the bottom and the arrows, what would be your instinct with that?
Questions. You're on question 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mm-hmm. All right.
If you're getting them right or wrong, I would imagine.
Yeah.
They will tell you that.
Yep. All right. So then,
last one.
For realism's sake, then you would press the final button E, right?
Yes.
Okay. Which is on this last page. This would be the nutrition tips. So what does this look like to you right off the bat?
A lot of information.
Mm-hmm. Does it look like a logical way to organize things, or do you think there would be...
It depends on if those are like categories on the bottom here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Then it would be logical, like different tips to get you through your day.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what these things are. It looks like a like.
Yeah.
You like it or share it.
Mm-hmm.
So you could hook it up to your social media. That would be cool.
Okay, yeah.
Or if you're like on a group with other people that use Fitbits or are dieting or something, you could share the tips.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so this one up here would be just like a generic tip of the day sort of thing, and if you thumbs down it, it like customizes what kind of tips it shows you in the future, and then this would be different categories of nutrition. So
cool.
Yeah,
I like it.
You were pretty spot on.
All right.
All right, sweet.
Been on a lot of diets.
Yeah. All right, sweet. Thank you so much for your time.
Okay.